We are introducing them into a new dimension of reality. It's not focused on the single car itself alone, but it is actually focused on creating a new experience all around. It makes sense as a professional designer to be, let's say, testing new stuff all the way. Is to keep basically your mind open to new possibilities, truly getting into the work of actually how you would use it. It is always interesting to see how actually our role as creatives are changing and are evolving in the way. For me, I really want to see what can be improving right now with the new tools of the future. I would like to introduce with my current workflow. In the first part, I have AI for inspiration. For me, it's really interesting to see how can actually this different reality inspire me in the ways that I was actually not expecting. Then I jump into development of the idea with VR, with Draw It Sketch. It feels much more natural. It feels correct. So even for sharing, for having feedback with my mentor, with my boss, with my colleagues, it makes sense to have this development of the ideas with VR itself. And then in the last step, I use VR with Unreal Engine for visualization. This for me is also one of the biggest pros we can actually have for telling new stories and telling in a different way the things we are creating to the future. We are connecting in a much more deep way with the people who are watching our content, who are watching our ideas, and we can create a complete experience all around with VR. For this project, the idea was to actually have a complete workflow of exploration since the start inside of VR. And I really wanted to make like kind of a new version of the ID Bus. So I started since the beginning actually making the exploration of all the workflow. We can see like three also different main key elements of the process. The first one was the wish of making the design. The second one, the wireframe development, and at the end, the end result. First, the idea was to of course, getting the references, getting the package in the right way, in the right position. I gathered some references of the current ID Bus of Volkswagen. Really beautiful design, I really like it, but I wanted to make it even more cute in a way on the package. And then, if we go to the second stage, it was basically creating already my approach of this new design process. Basically, as I said, I have the package of the proportion of the ID Bus, and I just started to make, let's say, the reskin of the elements. I mean, for me, I really just like to have fun along the process, to really do what I really want to see as a consumer of media. So I was just doing what I really felt okay. So for me, this is the most impressive part. I can put myself standing up, going in different angles. And for me, this is like just a really easy way to actually create my own thinking process into reality. This, I don't know, it took maybe like 2 hours in a way, because it was really easy to understand which the way of the lines was going along, and also understanding how I wanted to evolve the design in the next steps. So everything was, since the start, done in VR. For me, it makes more sense, and it is more easy to jump right away into 3D. Because I see really in a way how the land is behaving 3D talking. But for me, these kind of tools really enhance me and even encourage me to create more, because I really enjoyed a lot. It was really just spiking up my way of results, of my way of I was thinking, creating and generating new ideas in all my projects. So I'm really happy that I gave myself the chance of having an open mind to test new things and see how they go. In this sense, we are creating the ecosystem of ways that actually fit to us and really help us deliver the best result